Yeah, I think there's another phrase here, too, which is that she was holding tickets on herself. I mean, honestly, comparing herself to Lincoln. But I don't know, Mick. I don't think she knows when to quit. I mean, she's alluding to a 2024 election bid. Surely this is going to gain no momentum, right?
Oh, no, she's absolutely running. I mean, she's absolutely running. And for all of the things I've said, supportive of what the January 6th committee is doing, one thing I've said from the very beginning is the reason Liz Cheney is on that committee and the reason she's using that committee to run for president, she absolutely perceives herself as being presidential material. And the January 6th committee was her way to sort of raise her national image. You just showed a clip from the American television program CBS's 60 Minutes. That's a big deal. Ordinary rank and file members of Congress never get to be on 60 Minutes. I've never been on 60 Minutes, and I was in the White House. That's a way. This January 6th committee has been a way for her to elevate her national sort of representation, her national outlook, so that she can run for president in 2024. My guess is, James, if you want to look at something interesting, see how much money she raised to run for Congress and see how little she actually spent on running for Congress. My guess is she was using all that money to prepare for a 2024 presidential race.
Well, you may not have been on 60 Minutes, but you are on the U.S. Report, which I think is an even better show. But I want to ask you about this here. We talked at the beginning of the show about how so many of the anti-Trump Republicans have all been dispatched in their primaries. Now, does this show that the Republicans are uniting around Trump? And also, will this be a problem for them going into the midterms, i.e., if there's all these pro-Trump candidates, will they connect with mainstream Americans?
Yeah, it's really two different questions. Keep in mind, a lot of those Republicans who are not coming back to Congress are folks who chose not to run. Fred Upton, you showed that list of names. About half of them ran and lost, and half of them chose not to run because they fully expected to lose. At the end of the day, they're all gone and not coming back to Congress. And that is certainly a Trump impact on the Republican primaries. But your other question is also a really good question, is what do the midterms look like? I think the House of Representatives still looks very strong for the Republicans. The Senate is getting to be a problem. We're falling behind in Georgia. We're falling behind in Pennsylvania. We're falling behind in Ohio. These Trump-picked candidates have done really, really well in Republican primaries, but they're not gaining traction in those general elections. And as I used to tell the president, if you win a primary and lose a general, you're still a loser, and he doesn't like to be a loser.
Mick Mulvaney, as always, so much insight. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, James. We'll see you soon.